But so if she really, really wants to remain in politics, that's the way to go. But if I were her, I'd start going the Mukisa Kitui route, use my brains, angle higher, and just get out of Kenya and find myself a nice cushy UN job.
Yvonne, any luck with the numbers?
Getting there.
Okay.
Give me a minute. We'll come back to that. But I think
so, KD,
Nairobi
please
is there.
mark for me Kirinyaga County. So now let's look at the county of Nairobi, the city. Mike Sonko running on Jubilee. We have what? 305,849, representing 53.24% of the votes. Evans Kidero, NASA, 246,711, basically 42.95%. Okay, Alex.
So Kidero is a deer caught in the headlights.
Voila.
So Kidero is what?
The deer caught in the headlights.
Because he didn't know, he had nothing to say to Nairobians about, to account for the time that he's been there for 4 years.
And by the way, hold on.
What have you done?
35%.
Yeah.
Before you...
But it shouldn't start like that.
Yeah, maybe it will change. What do you
Well,
think?
I hope it does.
Okay, but it's interesting. You say it shouldn't start like
It
that
shouldn't
because
start
he's
like
an
that.
incumbent?
He's an incumbent. And he was there for 4 years. He said he was the technocrat. How the hell does he get beaten by a guy like Sonko?
Maybe because Sonko picked Igave, who is almost...
No. It's
And
because
it's just
Sonko
what you
is
were
a man of
saying,
the
Joy,
people.
about
Sonko is a man of the
Sonko and
people.
mobilizing the people.
I mean, there are people in this Nairobi who, the bed they're sleeping on, the mattress they're sleeping on,
Yeah.
the blanket they're covering
Right.
themselves with is because Sonko came after a fire and he gave it to them. So there are those people who, it doesn't matter what you say. Sonko is their guy because he's their guy. They don't care that he cannot govern the city. All they care is that he cares for us. And his rescue team took my brother's body to Nyalgunga for funeral. And those are the
It's
sort
the
of things
small
now.
little things he's been doing.
But that has been one of the criticisms of our system of electing governors, because sometimes you would imagine that you want some certain basic standards for governors, but when it's a popular vote, anybody who can capture the people's imagination is eligible, and that's what we're seeing.
Okay.
But
Although
Linda,
I
just
wish
one...
Evans Kidero had gone for nominations.
Alex?
That veracity of nominations might have might have given him that wake-up call that.
But
you know
just
what?
one last thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, exactly what Joya said. You know, this retail politics about favors and handouts.
Exactly.
And who are the recipients of that handout? I think what this says to us is Nairobi has its owners, and it is not people like you and I.
It's not the guys in South B, it's the guys in South A.
They will run this place.
Oh, I sense a middle-class conversation coming
You
up
know,
once
it
again
is-
with
it
this
doesn't
one.
belong
No,
to
because
the guys in
we always
Absolutely.
talk about the middle
Absolutely.
class and,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
voting on Twitter and saying all
Absolutely.
those sorts of things.
They
but-
will run the place because they will walk with their feet and they will vote and they will recognize and reward people like Sonko for the good that he has done for them.
Is
Now,
it entirely possible that the middle class could also, in a big way, and we will see when these numbers finally come out, have voted for Sonko?
I would be surprised. What's in it for them?
A few of them
It
might
could be a
have, but-
protest vote against Kidero because there's a lot
yeah,
of people that
maybe.
are unhappy with
But they
Kidero.
have-
No.
and say he
But we
didn't
had
do
But
that.
Kenneth.
the protest
Kenneth
vote
was
against
there.
Kidero was Peter Kenneth.
Yeah, that should have been
It was
Kenneth.
not going to Sonko.
It should have gone to Kenneth.
It should have gone to Peter
So if anything,
Kenneth.
we should have gone to
But
Peter
Kenneth suffered the same affliction as Martha Karua, changing things late in the game. First, he was running in Muranga, then it wasn't clear, and then he came
but-
to
but
Nairobi a
Alex
little
says,
late in the
stay
day.
where you are. If you decide it's national,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
national.
Yes.
But he should have run as strong as Karua, if we use that same logic. That he's a credible national person, so he should have been second to Sonko, and not all the protest votes should have gone to him, and not Kidero. Because Kidero...
But all the protest bougie votes went to him. So anybody who